Chapter 9, Mishnah 3. This Mishnah seeks scriptural support for three laws. The first law is Tuma related. From where do we find support for the law that a woman who discharges semen on the third day after marital relations is Tameh because the semen is still viable? For it is stated that the Jewish people were instructed before receiving the Torah on Mount Sinai, in Exodus chapter 19, verse 15, be prepared for a 3-day period. Do not approach a woman, meaning refrain from marital relations for 3 days so that you will be ready to receive the Torah on the 4th day. This command was given to ensure that the women would be tahor at the giving of the Torah. By requiring 3 days of separation, the Torah indicates that a woman becomes tameh if she discharges semen during those 3 days. The second law relates to Shabbos. On Shabbos, it is rabbinically forbidden to bathe one's entire body in warm water. But this law, like any Shabbos law, is suspended to save someone's life. In the times of the Mishnah, it was considered dangerous for a child not to be washed with warm water before and after his circumcision. This Mishnah states how long the Shabbos laws are suspended after an infant's circumcision, and seeks scriptural support for this teaching. We now return to the words of the Mishnah. From where do we find support for the law that we may use warm water to wash an infant who has undergone circumcision even on the third day after his circumcision that falls on Shabbos? For it is stated regarding the attack on Shechem by Shimon and Levi in Genesis chapter 34, verse 25, and it came to pass on the third day when they were in pain, that Shimon and Levi took advantage of their weakness to attack the city. This shows that even on the third day after someone is circumcised, he is still weak and in great pain. Therefore, we may wash a child on the third day even if it falls on Shabbos. The next law concerns the temple service on Yom Kippur. From where do we find support for the law that we tie a strip of red wool on the head of the goat that is sent away to Azazel? For it is stated in Isaiah chapter 1, verse 18, if your sins will be like scarlet, they will become white as snow. This alludes to the practice of tying the strip of red wool on the head of the goat, and it's turning white when the goat was pushed off as a sign of forgiveness for the nation's sins.